Hello everyone, before I start, I just want to say that this is not a video to bash players or creators of Combat Warriors. I'm just expressing my opinion on what I think would make the game more enjoyable and pointing out flaws that I think should be changed or fixed. With all that being said, let's get into the video. I've been playing Combat Warriors for a long time. Ever since they had 1.3k players and the game picture was this. I've experienced many things when it comes to Combat Warriors' movement, and I would have to say that this is the worst iteration of it yet. My number one reason for this opinion has to be the addition of tripping / falling over when getting hit. I understand the devs implemented this feature so that people can just dash while getting hit, but it makes the game a lot more luck based due to this tripping effect happening almost randomly for no reason. Sometimes you don't even have to get hit with a weapon. A kunai could hit you while you're jumping and you trip on the ground and die. Also, let's talk about how long you're on the ground for when you do trip. I think the longest I've ever been laying on the ground for would have to be a good 3 seconds, which in a game where I could die in less than 1 would obviously make this a big deal. My suggestion is to lower the time it takes to get up or just outright take it out of the game. Now for parrying. Oh boy, what I have to say about parrying. Ever since I first started playing Combat Warriors, I always thought it was weird that there was never any other defensive options other than parrying. Like armor to reduce damage taken, shields to take sword blows but break down over time, etc. But enough on the what ifs. Let's talk about this laggy, 50% effective, timed it perfectly but still got hit parrying system. I could honestly make a whole video about this, but I will just get to the point and spare you the details. I'm not a coder and I'm not a game designer, so I don't know why this happens, but a lot of the time when I get hit and try to parry, the person who is hitting me just goes right through it. It happens especially often with light users. I can't count on my fingers how many times this has happened to me. Oh, okay. Yep, that's going in the video too. Look at how he's flinging me with the damn hits.
That impact shit, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that shit's busted.
Impact after
I ain't gonna lie, man, that shit's kinda busted.
Oh, I don't give a fuck what's busted anymore, bro. I can have my impact grenade after 1 hit if you can hit me from a mile away with.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
And I parry on time every time, and I still get hit. This also builds this luck-based persona with the parrying system, making it unreliable to even do most of the time. With parrying and movement being almost a backbone for good gameplay for Combat Warriors, it makes sense why the player base for this game is never booming like it used to.
Oh, hell no!
I recently watched a video called The Manipulative Design of Roblox, which covered a multitude of games that use manipulative tactics to squeeze every cent out of their young player base. Out of all the games that were shown, the last one I thought that would be appearing was Combat Warriors. In that video, he was talking about pay-to-win content and how it was implemented in games on Roblox. Then he cut to playing Combat Warriors saying, "I loaded in with a wooden staff. I then died instantly to a dude with a giant anime sword. This got me thinking. I understand there is a progression system in Combat Warriors. You buy weapons with money and you get money from killing people. The longer you progress and play the game, the more powerful the weapons that you purchase become. Pretty simple, right? So what gets me is that you have this perfectly good system and then you throw it out the window with pay-to-win content. Like, come on, man. Back when I played Combat Warriors, you couldn't just outright buy Dragon Slayer or get it from a daily spin. You had to grind for it and hone your skills, so when you finally did get it, it felt earned. These new gen players of Combat Warriors can just get lucky on their daily spins or outright just buy something I spent weeks to months trying to obtain. It also creates this imbalance of skill. You buy, or you don't even know how to play the game, yet you have the best weapon starting out. It just does not make sense. Speaking of DS and weapons in general, for some reason there's sometimes this placement issue when it comes to getting hit. Let me explain. Let's say I'm 2 characters away from a heavy or light user, and normally from this range you can't hit me. Well, for some reason, when I dash or run to get away from them, I magically get hit from the range that they couldn't hit me from before. I don't know why this happens, but my best guess is that on my screen I'm on a different position than theirs, and they have priority when hitting me. This is probably, for a lack of a better word, bullshit and should be fixed so that I'm not getting hit from a mile away.
Yeah, I'm playing around with this BS. Holy shit, give that guy a fucking map, man. Did he leave? Nah, he's still...
Dude, you see how far away? Nah, I'm putting that in the video. I'm putting that shit in the video. Nah, you are not hitting me from that far. So, if you thought fighting DS and Chainsaw was hard enough, I challenge you to do it with this in mind. Also, speaking of Chainsaw, I don't know if the devs just don't care or they don't know. I doubt that they don't know, but Chainsaw has to be one of the most brain-dead weapons in Combat Warriors. It has the fastest wind up and cooldown of any 2-shot weapon in the game. Its thrusting attack, which is a continuous multi-hit by the way, can also be cancelled at any point, making it almost impossible to predict when you should parry. The only way to counter Chainsaw is to space it out with DS swings and hope that you don't trip from a passing attack. Or just use bow, but that's even hard too. It gets boring after a while, just seeing the same 2 weapons used in free-for-all with, no variety. It builds this wall almost, as if I don't have DS or Chainsaw, then you're not gonna win. I don't really have a suggestion for how they can go about making this game balanced again because it never was. But it was better to stomach that it wasn't back then.
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
Bows. Some of you might be thinking, why have you not talked about bow? It is easily one of the most OP weapons in the game, right? Well, as a bow main myself, I can say there are varying degrees of skill when using these 3 type of bows. I would say that out of all of the bows, crossbow has to be the easiest to use. When you reload it, it holds the arrow in place for you, and you don't have to pull back M1 for the shot. You just have to click it. Click, click. It also has a 2-shot. It is also a 2-shot bow, just like heavy bow. Speaking of heavy bow, I would say that it is the second easiest bow to use in the game. It has very good range, but the reload time is to be desired, having the drawback of having to pull back shots, taking longer for you to shoot in pressure situations. All in all, it's still very good. Now finally for longbow. Now finally for longbow. Not only does this bow require the most skill out of all the bows, but me personally, I think that this is the most skillful weapon in the game. Cold take, by the way. It's a cold take. Let's start off with the flaws. Longbow has some of the lowest damage per arrow out of all the bows, only doing, about 25 to maybe like 30% of someone's health per shot, meaning you might need to land 4 or 5 shots on someone before they die. Also, the longbow has the shortest range out of all the bows, having the drag hit the arrow a lot sooner than crossbow and heavy bow. Like a lot sooner than crossbow and heavy bow. The only plus for longbow is the faster reload time, making you able to get off shots a lot faster than other bows. Probably like a second it takes you to reload again, so it's pretty good. The only way to get results with this bow is to consistently hit headshots. That's really it. Or you have to hit body shots and hit like 4 in a row before they get to you, which is why I think it takes the most skill to use. In conclusion, I know I covered a lot in this video, but it was all for the sake of bringing up topics I don't think are discussed in the Combat Warriors community. And if they are, I haven't seen them, honestly. I'm not looking around YouTube for videos about this topic. I just wanted to express my opinion on what I think and what my experiences was with the game. So I hope you guys are able to find your own perspectives on these topics. If I missed anything, or if you guys have any opinions on what I said, good or bad, leave them in the comments. And until the next video, peace out.